The performance of James Harden last night was very reminiscent of his MVP days back in Houston. It was like a trip to the past, dropping 50 points, hitting step back threes, as well as facilitating the offense, which is more of his role on this Clippers team now. But it's still good to see that when he needs to step up and get the job done, he can still put on a show. This Clippers team came into this game very banged up, so they needed a big performance from Harden, and the West is so competitive that every game matters. Now let's break down the performance of James Harden. Unlike his days in Houston, Harden doesn't always have the ball in his hand in this offense. And right here, Zubac inside kicks it out to Harden for the easy three and gets him going early as he knocks down his first shot. Then, right after this possession, we go into the very next play. In transition, they have to respect his shooting ability after he already made one, gives him the jumper, and gets into the paint with his little floater. He has great touch around the rim that he's shown throughout his career, and that really hasn't changed into his older age. This play is really just vintage Harden. They get the switch they want with Cade on him, and then it's just one-on-one ISO ball. Pound dribble here to create the separation into James Harden's signature step back jumper here, and he knocks it down with ease. And this really, if you're watching this game, did resemble his prime and what he did in Houston, just dominating defenders. You got to remember, back in that time, that was the whole entire Houston offense was just isolation, James Harden, and no one could stop him. The man averaged nearly 40 a game that year. This is just a veteran move by Harden. They pick him up full court. He makes one move, and then he keeps Schroeder in jail. Keeps him on his hip the entire length of the court and drives it all the way in. And when the help defense doesn't come fast enough, he just floats it up there with his excellent touch in that restricted area. Again, just pure isolation basketball on display here. Right here, gets the switch he wants. Tween again, then step back. Doesn't get a hand up fast enough. You know what that means. Hand down, man down. Easy step back three. Detroit tries to send the double team here, but Harden attacks the opposite direction and got that man leaning with that step back. Got him flying out of the gym. Easily steps into it, and Harden at this point in the game is in such a flow, and even with a guy who's not currently in his prime, he still has that skill set and mindset to take over a game at any given time, and when he gets into a flow already making a few shots, he's hard to stop. To open up the second half, in transition, they get the ball to Harden. At this point, this is what they're running offensively, one-on-ones for Harden. Everybody knows what's coming. Even Cade, he gets a great hand up, and that's a very contested shot, but that's elite shot-making ability and just puts it down even with that hard contest. Floor spaced, cleared out again for Harden. This time, Cade's not letting him get that three-point off. Right here, uses his body, though, to create that separation along with that step back, and James Harden makes that shot. He's such a skilled player, one of the most skilled, diverse skill sets we've ever seen, as well as just a tough shot maker. The Clippers run a staggered screen set here for Harden. He does a good job cutting the screen close, making sure the defender can't be on his hip and stay attached to him, and he breaks free into the open and throws the dunk down with authority. And then we even get to see his old nosebleed celebration when he got up on those dunks, which is pretty funny to see. And just this man really kind of surprised me that he dunked this with this much ferocity. It's cool to see that Harden still has this skill set to go off on any given night. One-on-one again. Notice how he uses that offhand to create some of that separation, and he picks the ball up low so no defender can swat it out of his hand or take it from him, and he goes up for the layup. It was really fun to watch this performance, and we don't know how many we're going to have left from this generation, of Curry, Harden, LeBron, all these guys, Kevin Durant. They're going to be retired soon, so don't take it for granted. Make sure to appreciate greatness.